What are you doing? What is his age? Okay.
My name is Gerton Molenaar. I'm 47 years old. I'm married to Jolene. I have 3 kids. We are in Weybridge, which is about an hour west of Calgary, in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. When we started looking for a house, we really liked this area. And in 2007, we bought this property with the old cabin on it. It's more remote. You have mountain views, which for somebody from Holland, we have no mountains, so that is exciting. And the forest, like living in nature, that kind of feeling. When our family was expanding and our old cabin, which was about 1,100 square feet and not really built for the winter, that we started to look at, okay, how do we go from here and how do we make it a bit bigger and better suitable for the cold winters. I wanted to make this really environmentally friendly and on top of that healthy and use proper products and sustainable products. I'm an engineer. I have a master's in environmental science, so there is a little bit of, I think, a background and interest from myself in those kind of topics. This is reclaimed wood from a 1940 warehouse in Vancouver, at least the beams were. And there was a company in BC who makes those flooring pieces of it, and that's what we used.
The Confluence is a 2,200 square foot single family home, custom designed for the Molenaar family. So when the family first started thinking about this home, they knew they wanted to do something different. And Gerton, with his background in environmental science, felt really strongly that he needed to do something that would make a difference and sort of lead by example. And 5 or 6 years ago, Gerton approached State Green Building Technologies, knowing that we research really innovative projects. We don't just go out and build green homes, one after the next. We are researchers, so we're always looking for the next big thing. So he approached us. We were happy at the time to provide design services, and from there, State's other role was to act as the LBC consultant. So we are the people making sure that all of the boxes are checked, that we're achieving everything, we're following the entire process, all the documentation, submittals, everything like that to make sure that he achieves this goal. What makes this home unique is that we are pursuing the Living Building Challenge for full certification, which has rarely been done in the world. In fact, as of right now, only 5 homes have actually achieved this to date.
The Living Building Challenge, it follows this metaphor of a flower. So we have 7 different petals, and within the 7 petals we have 20 imperatives. And so the petals are place, water, energy, health and happiness, materials, equity, and beauty. Additionally, the Living Building Challenge is not only sustainable, but it is regenerative. Sustainable isn't cutting it anymore, and it's really about being regenerative in its design and its performance, and giving back to the environment and having a relationship between humans and environment.
So we have the 35 solar panels, so this is the inverter. So we're always connected to the grid, to the power grid. But as soon as the sun shines, let's say, we're delivering back to the grid, and then when it's dark and it's cold, then we need power. So we have an inverter, there's of course the normal electrical stuff, and we have a battery that can store electricity, which is I think one of the first LG batteries that was available in Canada.
There were a lot of challenges with this project. The most obvious one is COVID. We've had a lot of challenges with accessing the site, being able to keep on schedule, being able to meet with different people. We've had a lot of really strict requirements, so we haven't been here barely at all in the last 2 years, and that was the most critical time during construction. Another challenge is just being in a northern climate in this remote location. Like, that just adds an extra layer of complexity, whereas the houses that have achieved this in the past, the 5 in the world, they're in quite different climates.
This whole process took likely more than 10 years from the initial idea till moving in last year. Going back 5 or 10 years, nobody, including me, could ever imagine that it would be so difficult or that this would be the result. We jumped ahead like 50 or 60 or 70 years from an old cabin to a very well designed and insulated house. Another thing that I do enjoy a lot is that everybody has their own space. Because before we shared bedrooms and all that stuff. So now all our kids have their own bedrooms, and we have a better organized house.
I feel like this was a really amazing project for the SAIT Green Building Technologies team because mostly we do things that are innovative. We are building what's next and we want to be on the cutting edge of projects like this. You can't really see it. There's a bit of a white streak in my hair here. It might be from this project, it might be because I'm getting older. But regardless, I think it makes me look distinguished, and I think it was really, really great to be a part of a project like this and to say that we've achieved something amazing.